the pay jumps are so large, and it really makes it so there's no reason for people to stall, so it actually makes the viewing a little bit better.
Yeah, much better for everybody.
Hold.
Also, a relevant factor as well,
One to
that
help
if
Crystal
there
train
was a pay jump, which there isn't actually, but if there
You know what's
was,
shorter, man?
it would be
You know what's
shared.
shorter, man?
The gap,
Sure.
the gap would be
Yeah,
shared.
this is funny.
If it was on different tables.
No pay jump, but there is a lot of incentive if you're a short stack to want to
Everyone
play at
coming
a
to see our
full
stacks as
table
well.
rather than a short-handed table.
Oh, yeah.
Where the blinds are coming around very quickly, and especially big blind ante. It is so expensive to play a round of poker right now. Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness
10,
me.
8, 6. Ryan with top pair, top kicker. Anzy just flops the joint. Nut straight. Against a good hand. That's some
Yeah.
run good.
This one could get very messy. If Anzy finds the immediate raise, which he's likely to do, then Ryan already in an awkward situation. Oh my, how does it feel? Sometimes when I've got these little gappers, I do just say the board over and over again in my head.
Daydream it.
That will be the nut
You're a
straight.
big manifester?
No, but I just say it just because, but it never happens. So I guess I'm a reverse manifester.
And he does go for the check raise, 3.3 million. Very awkward spot for Ryan.
It's 12 million behind.
14, 5.
Is there a danger Ryan just sends it here?
Yeah.
Wow. This could be a monster. We are dangling over the precipice of the unofficial final table here in the WPT World Championship. 10k buy-in. And
That's
that
going to
might just
help
save
a lot. Wow. And credit to Anzy for finding the check raise on the flop. Get some money in there
Yeah, you gotta do
before a
it.
turn card like this.
Yeah, he's cursing his luck now, hating that card, knowing that it might cost him getting paid against a hand like queens, kings, ace 10. Also means he probably has to go a smaller size than he maybe would have otherwise. 5 into 9.
Which, I don't know. I guess you don't really see very small turn size leads, but it would have been cool. 2.5 or something, just. But I guess that's not really a thing. Tell me, Solver Man.
I'm like Fabian, I get people to do it for me.
Yeah, it's the right way to do it. And I don't know. With this sizing, I just feel like Ryan's kind of put in a place where he's going to find a fold.
Yeah, I don't think we can find a call here. This is a wicked texture. Understandably giving it some time.
Yeah, he
Nice.
gets away cheaply.
Yeah, I feel like Anzy a little bit unlucky there with the 7 on the turn. I think probably getting one more street was very viable from his opponent. Maybe not getting 3 streets, but...
Online poker is back in America. No purchase necessary. Play online poker for cash prizes with players across the U.S. Sit next to your favorite ambassadors like Phil Ivey, Brad Owen, Rampage, Wolfgang, and the rest of the WPT crew. Play tournaments and ring games to win real prizes and experiences, including free entries into next-level poker events in Las Vegas. Sign up at clubwptgold.com with promo code YouTube.
Oh, you still...
You gotta go.
No, it's having fun. This is perfect for you. You can just fucking...
Get a good jog in.
Well,
Go jog
Scott
on.
Stewart got a little bit of practice getting a
Had a
jog
couple
in.
slide
He
back chips and
was
just go to the toilet.
in the free roll and
That'd be cool
also
if you
in
could
day
just,
3
like,
of
burn
Prime and had to
kids,
run
not
back and
lose
forth
time on
between his two tables.
I really enjoy
Nice.
it.
Scott having king, queen in the hijack now, raising it up. Jaunty with queen, jack offsuit in the cutoff.
Ugh,
Lets it go.
Getting Scotty.
Discipline. Anzy, ace 10 on the button. Did they shuffle this deck? It's like a royal flush among the three.
Makes the call. Could bring Chris in here with the 6-7 suited. Chris might also have ideas of a
3-bet?
squeeze here sometimes. Probably wants to have the high card blocker in the squeezing range. Maybe just comes with call.
Yeah, I like it. And Jack 10 for Ryan.
Yeah.
Are we going to have a 4-way pot?
I think he's going to get dragged in here for this price.
Scott Stewart, if you're trying to run to the bathroom, now's the time.
Don't know about you, Jamie. I'm only able to go in the bathroom at 5 minutes to the hour. My bladder just won't do it otherwise.
Been trained.
Well trained.
This is the first today, boys.
Scott was in the hand. I'm so silly. Ace 9-7, all spades. Wow. A little bit of something for everyone. Scott with the king of spades. Anzy with top pair. 10 of spades. Got Ryan with the gut shot. Chris with a pair. Can't be too happy about those hands, though.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of checking on these monotone boards, but if you are going to bet, small size here from Scott is really nice. Anzy, I think, probably has to call once here with the top pair and some potential. It's awkward, though. Sort of not super strong top pair, not super strong draw. Always a little tricky.
Less
Don't quite
awkward
know
now that it's heads up.
what happened. Yes, that's
Yeah.
true.
King of hearts on the turn. Scott now improves to a pair to go with his nut flush draw.
Scott may come with a very small bet again in this situation. Obviously, he wants to basically not put any more money in the pot, but he doesn't want to check call a bigger bet, so, and can't really get raised ever. So may just decide to bet really small again himself. No, he's going to check it, take his chances on getting this one to showdown now. And see, with no real reason to bet this one.
I kind of like the check, I think, because you're going to be up against some worse flush draws that you want to let them get there, right?
Sure.
It does. 5 of spades. Let's go.
Soothsayer, Kerstetter.
Wow.
Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, and it's interesting for Anzy now.
Do you think the 10 of spades should bet? I know Scott's checking
really
because
close.
the queen
Like,
of
you're
spades and the
certain-
jack of spades are available.
You're certainly going to bet the queen.
Sure.
I think you probably bet the jack.
And he's going to...
And then we're going to try and extract value from the 10 and absolutely hate life in a moment. Wow.
Nice
Scott.
play, Scott.
Sort of a dead read by Scott that his opponent had something like ace jack with the jack of spades or ace 10 with the 10 of spades. Has to be careful not to overact this spot now, Scott.
8.5.
Oh, such a sinking feeling when that happens.
Yeah, when you're first, like, begging for a call, and then you get raised a call, man.
And as he's just going through the possibilities of King of Spade X, because he's just wondering to himself, why wouldn't you have just bet it yourself?
This is definitely a strange line, but does Scott... There just doesn't feel like there's natural bluffs in Scott's range.
No.
It's hard to bluff through this like this. It was 4 ways on the flop. He put out $1 million.
Yeah, I think you say to yourself, from his perspective, he could be check raise bluffing into the nuts here.
Sure.
So
Yes.
why would he risk that?
Yep.
Nice hand,
But
Scotty.
Scott does get a few more chips in on the river.
Just show us. We're gonna see in like.
Yeah, that was a very opposite card than earlier. We were like, oh, there's 3 hands that could really match up, and
Focus
it's
on
the
what you can't
like
change.
cleanest board of all time.
Yeah.
This
Thanks,
one,
coach.
dealer's dealing out blood.
Thanks, coach. Thanks.
Everyone doing a postmortem of the hand. This is such a different experience than most 10Ks deep in them where people are playing for $3 million. It just has such a lighter feel. These guys are just having fun.
Good
John
call,
D
Scotty.
opening the
Thank you.
hijack king 3 suited. Scott defending the big blind with 7s. Jack, Jack 4, 2 hearts.
Yeah. He wants to
Flush
play
draw for
speed
John
first.
D. Decent board for 7s as well.
700.
Did they do 9 at this table or the other one there? Oh, so it's not an 8-handed table.
Scott check calls
No, it's not. It's 9.
700K.
There's actually 9. There's
Oh,
boxes that
like
aren't
a middle
used.
one.
6 of hearts. Flush comes in for Jaunty.
Two 2.2.
2.2. And I'd like you guys to notice that Jaunty put back on his Santa hat and immediately made the king high flush. Yeah, it's still a decent looking board for 7s with the jacks paired. Oh,
Oh,
my
dear.
goodness. Oh no.
Do you still pursue value? I don't think you do anymore.
It's hard to do. Yeah, and he accepts his fate.
Oh, gross one for Jonty Willis
Jaunty's
there.
had a bad hour or so.
And a pat on the back from Scott. Inside baseball about what happened there with the concoction of this
really
$5 million
No, I
idea.
didn't say I didn't say I wanted
Crazy
it.
company
Crazy
owner
fun.
says we want to make a big splash. We want to announce that we're opening this new online site to Americans. It's going to be safe, good
Simple
security,
American. I like chicken
sweeps
tenders
coins
too.
model.
Oh my God,
How
those
do you
chicken
guys want
tenders
to tell
are-
everyone about it? And they
What
said
is
your
this all
marketing
for?
budget is
Like,
this, and we're like, let's just give it away.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like,
And then we
God,
did.
good.
So really,
Contenders are-
really high level
Yeah,
stuff
the
here
way-
that we were planning.
Any truth to the rumor that you
no,
tried to
I
make it a
mean,
$3 million
no,
free
they
roll?
have
Yeah.
good food here.
Because I said,
believe
when
it.
I heard
I
about
believe
this, I was
you.
like, that's an
It's not-
incredibly high
happen
amount of
every
money.
day.
That sounds
actually
crazy.
do that,
3 million
yeah.
also sounds crazy
That's
to
what
me,
two
a
tables of,
peasant.
chicken tenders. Yesterday we
And
ate
they're just
chicken
like, oh, no,
tenders.
it's fine. 5 million's fine. So there we have it.
Which your mate ate half.
Extraordinary splash. An infusion of real dollar bills into the poker economy.
Oh, yeah. And a really nice introduction for a lot of people to poker, to live poker. There are tons of people who play their first live tournament like that. And I just feel like it had like a charity tournament feel where people are just like happy and laughing and not taking it all that seriously.
Well, going to be taking it very seriously here is Chris Moorman, who has flopped up and down on this 7-6-4 texture. He's also got a backdoor flush draw working. He's up against Scott with middle pair, top kicker, and well, Anzy's with this one completely. Certainly
900.
reason to believe that more chips get into this one. Scott now 52 million. I blinked
Crazy.
and he got up to that stack. Obviously going nowhere here. Chris recognizing this is the kind of texture he could lead at as the big blind. Scott obviously can't really ever raise on this texture, so just makes the call. He has a hand that wants to call anyway.
Deuce of diamonds on the turn.
Very interested to see how Chris proceeds here. Still up and down. 9 high, obviously never good, so probably wants to fire a shell at this one.
Yeah, and in the big blind, he can credibly represent all the 2-pair combos.
2.8.
He's got straights.
Going with about 60% here. A little uncomfortable for Scott.
For sure. Second pair, you're not feeling too great about it when your opponent goes for 2.
I think I'm inclined against Chris to probably call here and reassess rivers. That 2 has changed nothing really, unless maybe you're up
Makes
against a
a fold.
4.
Wow,
Wow,
nice
he
play
does
by
get it
Chris.
through.
Mormon.
Amazing stuff from Mormon. Using the board texture against his opponent there.
Online poker is back in America. No purchase necessary. Play online poker for cash prizes with players across the U.S. Sit next to your favorite ambassadors like Phil Ivey, Brad Owen, Rampage, Wolfgang, and the rest of the WPT crew. Play tournaments and ring games to win real prizes and experiences, including free entries into next-level poker events in Las Vegas. Sign up at clubwptgold.com with promo code YouTube.
And he was just
Yeah, I've
giving
seen
me
the one that
like
did that. He was
comments on
paying
my
so often, and
commentary.
once
Just,
his,
you're
like,
doing a
cards
great
got
job. Keep it
exposed,
up,
and it
whatever.
was, like, Jack
And
3 off
you
or
know,
something,
he
yeah.
was
Yeah, but
like
some people
gravely
play, like,
ill at the
the table
time.
presence game,
And
aren't
so
they?
I
They're
like have those messages.
Oh.
I'm tearing up. Why'd you do this to me?
They're balancing.
They're gonna die.
I do
early.
remember getting messages from Mike around the
Those
same
people
time where he
die
was
early.
concerned about how poor your commentary
It's
was.
insane though. I'm
So
just
I
like,
think
bro, what the fuck?
despite
Jack
his
3
ill
you were
health, did
sitting
feel
there
the
with
need
on
to-
day 1. Like,
Chat to you about it.
I know.
Give me someone's sunglasses.
I've got some. Because these lights sometimes cramp me out.
yeah, man.
Scott raising the button. King 9 offsuit, running into it.
I'm gonna
To
play a
Anzy's
like
King Queen off in the big blind. He's
Oh,
just
you-
going to defend.
He's going Euro style for the hand.
this. What do I got here?
Queen 7-7. Anzy well ahead.
Like Chidwick.
Check, check. Deuce putting a 3rd club. When it checks through, do you feel like you need to start betting your own hand if you're Anzy? Feels like showdown in your opponent's hand.
Yeah, it feels like it could be a bit of showdown, but also feels like you need to charge the 1 club hand
Sure.
too. So certainly like to see a bet here. Anzy very aware of the appropriate procedures. He's a very well studied player. Scott.
With the slow-mo Tom Dwan kind of behavior.
It was like a
That is.
Timex
Crane.
depth charge.
That's a good.
Remember that Timex used to do the depth
Yeah.
charge? Yeah. Okay.
And Queen on the river.
Well, dreamy developments for Anzy here,
Sure.
who now probably believes his opponent might station him off with ace high again.
King high ever station off? Possibly.
Not unreasonable.
They're still beating some of those 1 club hands.
Deuce has been counterfeited, probably a small factor in all of this, but
Sure.
not totally irrelevant.
How heroic is Scott feeling?
It's a very small size. It's very tempting to just almost like a curiosity call.
Sure. Yeah, nice bet.
Anzy sort of made sure he got paid there with that size.
Never doing that again.
Literally just wanted to do it one last time, and that's why I call. He might have.
Even Anzy cracking a smile.
They have green tea, honey lemon, lemon
My
on the
favorite
side.
fruit.
Yeah, and a
Just put the
steak,
Anzy,
please.
right? Not the big blind, yeah? What is it? 250.
Edward, another raisable one here. Looking to stretch that lead. He wants this FT bubble to go as long as
Forever.
possible in this situation. Could push his way towards 50 million, maybe beyond.
The WSOPs.
Depending on how
play more
active
than
Edward's been, this is not the worst
No.
jam.
I didn't play.
Pocket 5, 16 big blinds.
Playing like for 2 years, 2.5 years. Tall.
And he does. He goes for it. It's going to be really bad news for Josh.
Oh dear. Well, it's a 17 big blind shove, which won't be super comfortable for Edward, to be honest.
But he's got the chips to be able to afford this.
Yeah, this one is close. It's absolutely close. We don't know the dynamics again. That would be very important.
Makes the call.
He is going to make the call, though.
It's hand for hand, guys.
So
Oh, sorry.
don't turn them
You
over.
gotta
Pull them back.
Guess what?
put the toothpaste back in the tube.
Nobody saw it. Definitely not sevens. Definitely not fives.
Good luck, man.
Bad news for poor
It's
old
so
Joshua.
brutal to know what you're up against and have to sweat it for super long while you wait for the table.
Ace, 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 king, king. I'd be happy with the chop, man.
Joshua Lisberger.
6-5-4 flop.
He was
Take
the
That would be.
shortest
that would
stack
be
in the
pretty
tournament.
fun flop. Yeah, I'll take
when we
that.
came back from break.
Really?
6-5-4 flop.
So
Oh, there's action on the
not quite
outside
so
too.
ICM handcuffed. Oh my goodness me.
11 million.
11 million
Wow.
is the bet. So we have a big one in progress here. What is going on? Could we have a double bust out? Good news for Lisberger if we do. We can see there it's Anzy against
Scott Stewart.
Scott. So it went 1 million under the gun from Anzy. Scott 3.5 million from the small. Anzy clicked it to 6.5 and Scott clicked again to 11. Wow. Anzy has about 20 million total, so it's basically do or die now.
All in. I want to
I
fold.
wanna fold.
Wow,
Wow.
Scott was up to no good. Unreal.
Larceny there from Scott.
Attempted.
Big one for
Wow.
Anzy.
You don't see people not
somebody
being
busted
nutted
it?
in that spot very often.
Oh God.
Didn't see that one.
So a bit of unluckiness
Oh.
there for Joshua, who had that sweat of maybe he'd be chopping the bubble in a bad spot here.
Eight,
pretty
six
close.
deuce.
Like I said,
He's trying.
you almost
Just a hint
Can
of
bring a seven
backdoor here with the 3-4,
3 or 4.
I'll give you a 7.
bring a 7.
but not too much.
I'll take a 7.
You take a 7?
He's happy with a 7.
Uh,
Okay,
Ooh, got some outs.
that's
That's not
almost
it.
as good as it could have gotten for
yeah, we can count
Josh, who's now got 6 outs to crack these 7s.
Little 2 side. I need 2 side. 2 across.
Hey, can I feel like Baccarat?
Oh my god, Tony. Good game, brother.
Hey, good game.
Good game, Josh.
Joshua
very nice
Lisberger,
playing
we
with
hardly
you.
knew thee
Last couple
departing in
don't
10th place. We're going to set things up for a 9-handed unofficial final table.
Pleasure.